Let's have a listen to what Sarah Pochin, Reform's punch-free candidate in Runcorn, and Nigel Farage have to say about cuts to welfare and taxing the rich.
If you were to be elected, would you campaign against the new PIP cuts?
Well, I think that's quite a national issue.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it that there are people abusing the system.
I don't think there are people abusing the system, Sarah. I mean, in 2023 to 2024, there were zero cases of PIP fraud.
But at the end of the day, there's always going to be people that really do need help and do need those payments.
Labour's cuts to disability welfare are going to push 700,000 disabled people into poverty, according to Scope. I'm not sure cuts are the route to helping anyone.
And of course, what I think's happened over years and over successive governments is that it probably has become too easy to abuse the system.
What part of zero fraud cases doesn't she understand?
I think that needs looking at.
Will Labour deliver? And even if they do, as they say, cut.
To welfare cuts, you would not want to see as many cuts as Labour are implementing.
Labour aren't really implementing any. That's the point I'm making.
Nigel claiming this isn't a cut is quite honestly a lie. And besides that, I'm sure it'll be of very little solace to the 700,000 people it affects.
I met 4 lads in the pub the other night, all early 20s, came out to have a chat. I said, what do you do? One was a welder, one was a carpenter. They all work together on, construction sites. The sort of people whose alarms go off at 5 o'clock in the morning, drive around the country and work damned hard.
This didn't happen, did it? You've never met a working class person in your life. This guy lives in Belgium with his family, is a multi-millionaire, and dresses like this at the weekend. Does he really look like he spends his weekend at the King's Head talking to the blokes?
And I just want to make this one point really clear. We are on the side of working people.
This sounds familiar.
Working people.
Working people.
Working people.
Working people.
When it comes to disability benefits of all kinds, just look at where we are and compare it to all of our neighbours, and something's gone fundamentally wrong.
All right, let's take a look at our neighbours then, shall we? In France, standard disability benefit is about 750 quid per month. In Holland, it's on average about £1,316 per month. In Belgium, it's on average about £989 per month. And in Norway, on average, it's a whopping £2,626 per month. To put that in perspective, in the UK, the absolute maximum amount of PIP someone can receive is about 730 quid. Seems like our neighbours are a lot more generous to me.
What about a wealth tax?
Well, if you want to bankrupt us, it's fine. But it would literally... People are leaving already. We have an exodus from this country. And it isn't just the super rich, it's the 30-something entrepreneurs. They're going.
Well, if someone isn't actually paying their fair share of tax, why would it matter to us if they leave? Good riddance, I reckon. But they create jobs, I hear you say. Well, sure. If your idea of stable, well-paid work is pissing in a bottle day in, day out in an Amazon warehouse, or delivering people's food for pennies an hour with no holiday or sick pay, then I'm sure you'll be very sad to see those kind of jobs go the way of the dinosaur.
I think we've already reached a point where we're driving away too many people. And you know what? You don't help those that are poorer by getting rid of those who pay the most amount of tax.
But they don't pay tax, Nigel. Sure, the highest 1% of earners pay nearly 30% of all tax, but that's not who we want to tax more. We want to tax wealth. There's a huge difference between taxing someone who earns a big monthly paycheck more and clawing some money back from someone who just earns a passive income off a property portfolio or dodgy stocks and shares. Anyway, enough of these idiots. Come join the Greens and help us make this country a bit more equal.